Hello, welcome back to Nails of Interest. A few of you know what I'm about to attempt. A few of you may guess what I'm about to attempt. You've seen it done on so many channels. Out of watching all the films, this is the Bubble Rose. You may have guessed it from what you see here. Different colors of polish, a clear hard gel, a top coat, some tiny brushes, some tiny tools, a nice pigment. I'm going to have to really concentrate because this is indeed my absolutely first time. I just literally opened this up right before starting to film. Yes, just a minute ago. So this is truly my first attempt. I saw someone add a nice green color to the outside to make a leaf. I hope I could do that too. I'll go ahead and show you my colors right now. This is the green that I'm going to try to use is the Azure CG32. My inside, I'm going to try to do a darker pink. It's also Azure. This is CG02. And this is another pink Azure from the same collection as the other pink. This is CG27. I'm going to top it all off with the Models 1 top coat since I have quite a bit of this. I'm going to use Starlight UV gel. I do have a UV combo lamp right here. This is what baby girl's nails used, so I'm going to use it. I waited for this to come in for about 2 weeks now because my gel is just quite a bit expensive to use that I used when you see my fixing my broken nail video. And I also have this cool hat pin, I believe it is, that Never Naked Nails I won in her giveaway. Remember, you don't want to use something with a big point on it, like this. But this end is a good point. Yeah, it's a needle. I don't have the tools that everybody else has been using, but I've got these lovely tools and they're very slick, so I'm hoping I'll be able to pop the little rose right off. So you're about to see me either make a fool of myself or make something pretty. I was dared to film my first attempt, so I will do it. I was challenged to film my first attempt, so I'm going to do it. I'm not even sure which brush I'm going to use yet. This is one of my either Beauty Big Bang, Born Pretty, I'm not sure, brushes that I bought. This is one of my Wish brushes. I may use both of them, I may use one. I'm going to use the She Modern Gold Pro Powder. This is the pigment powders. Because I figured I want the center of my flower to look a little bit like pollen. I've seen people use caviar beads in the center and it looks like a little stamen. Unfortunately, yesterday I spilled mine all over. I ended up tossing some of them away because I just couldn't pick it up because dip powder also fell into the mix. Now there is a way out there that I've also seen a cheating method where you can take little plastic blings like this. I got this from Wish long ago in a mix of different little doodads for your nails. You could just take this if you have no skill for it, cover it with a hard gel, and you'll have something very similar, but remember it will be at least this size with a round ball over it. So take that into consideration. I've also thought that you could use a resin, especially a UV curable resin, embed dried flowers into it, but it still is not quite the same thing, but it would be very pretty. I do embed dried flowers into my hard gel extensions. On my very first set I did that. Flat dried flowers into this nail for my very first extensions. It went quite easily. I just put them on my lower layer. I'll be doing quite a few more encapsulations. That was based off of watching Nail Career Education. Susie on there did some lovely encapsulations of dried flowers. Went out, got me the same flowers from Wish, and I actually did it. It's pretty simple. I'll be doing some cool encapsulations later this summer as a collab about pets. So let's begin my experiment. I've got my light right here out of reach, or in my reach. I'm using my older Sun One lamp because I didn't want to get my other one dirty. is I have been told this can get sticky situation. Got my tool already. Baby girl nails recommended putting a layer of front, especially for your first time. So we will do that just to protect this lovely gold pin. Got so many plans for this pin. When I saw that in the package, that was the first thing I thought of. That bubble rose. I said, I've got to do it. Sorry, I'm like the last of everybody to do this. I just had to, you can see I just opened it up. This stuff is super clear. I'm even just going to use off the lid for the very first bubble. I'm going to try not to talk through this. Basically, you want to put, what I'm told is you put on a bubble, you put your first color on, each color layer you put in the bubble. That's a little stringy, you won't use that. I was hoping I could just use that. I'm going to try to make it as small as I can. So, and you keep it rotated, pointed down, basically to make a spherical shape. If you want your petals to be more open, you let it drop to one side. So I will just attempt it and see what I get for my very first attempt. If you have any questions, just comment below. 10 Little Canvases, I believe, was the first one to do this, but the first time I saw it was on Baby Girl's nails. Her directions seemed quite easy. And while you're curing, you want to turn it. And this honestly is my first attempt. We'll see if I nail it or fail it. Thank you, Jill, for Never Naked Nails. This pin came in at a perfect time. It's nice and long, so I can put it in the lamp without overexposing myself to the bulbs. I wouldn't recommend using, like I know anything, this, I'm just started doing this. I wouldn't recommend using, I've seen them use just the top coat. I've seen pros do it, but from my experience with gel polish, remember this is a polish, that if you don't cure your layers on your own nails, they will wrinkle after a while. So I'm not sure how that worked after a day or so. It may have been soft in the inside. So I'm just going to talk for the first part and then I will quit talking. I may even take this out. These pigments are a little bit different than some of the ones others used. there's my finished. Well, there's my first bubble rose ever. It didn't come out too bad. It's not perfectly cylindrical, but neither are real roses. In hindsight, I wish I would have did a little bit more of the open petal design by letting the hard gel float to one end and the other a little bit. I saw 10 Little Canvases video on that. That was actually the first video. The second video I saw, Baby Girl's Nails, was the first video I saw. And I would have, for my taste, I would have used a little darker polish in the center and allowed that beautiful gold pearl to shine a little bit more, and perhaps a little bit darker green for my little leaves. But most of this is going to get taken off. Cross your fingers, everyone, that it actually comes off. The reason we are putting no wipe top coat is because hard gels stick so very, very bad. Let's get a hold of this. Okay, in hindsight, I would have used something with an end on it bigger than this to pull it off and put the unt down a little bit lower on it. I'm just going to file off the stem off the bottom right here. See, there's a little stem. File that away and be right back. It's a little big. I could always file down the bottom a little bit more. For my first attempt, I don't think that's too bad. I'll attach it to a real nail, take some pics, because I got a little birdie under here. It doesn't look very good. Hope you enjoyed watching me do my very first bubble rose nail, candy ball nail, whatever you want to call it. I don't think I did too bad for my first attempt. Thank y'all for watching Nails of Interest. Hope to see you here again. I'm up for more challenges. Like I said, if I have the supplies, I'll try it. Thank you for watching and come again later. Bye-bye for now.